Welcome everybody back to Will It Survive, and yeah, another episode on BeamNG.drive, and yeah, our first car is the Ibishu Miramar GTZ 710. Now this is a modded version of the Miramar, which is usually a less sleek and four-door saloon, whereas this, as you can see, is a sleek coupe. Also comes now with an inline-six engine, and yeah, I really do love the look of this car, so let's hope that it can at least survive this episode. Miramar is generally quite a strong vehicle, so I hope that this can live up to that, despite being a far better looking vehicle. It's hopefully going to be just as strong, if not better. Though not with that kind of angle. Oh dear. Well, the roof taking all of the damage isn't really all that bad, but the drive shaft braking certainly is. It's a bit of a shame. I was hoping that landing on the roof would have made it a survivable crash, but clearly not, because it is only rear wheel drive. So yeah, we're going to have to go a little bit slower than that this time to see if we can survive it. Wouldn't mind landing on the roof, but as long as we survive. That is entirely my fault. If we land on the roof, it's fine, but it's when obviously we lose drive shafts or wheels that is the main issue. So we're going to give it a bit of a break before we hit the end of the ramp. Hopefully that'll improve our chances. Well, we're going to hit that front left wheel, which isn't good. As long as the front right one is fine, then we should be able to still steer. But we've lost the drive shaft again. God damn it. Oh well, big impact. Oh! We would have lost it there anyway, even if we hadn't have lost it on the landing. But it's a bit of a disappointment that the drive shaft is so weak on this car. I wasn't expecting that to be a point of failure, to be honest. Right, we'll let it oh, why was it doing that? I have no idea, but it felt like a reason to start turning off to the right. Right, we're going to stick it in neutral and just let it coast to see if that does anything better for us. Should hopefully be going a little bit slower. That's much smoother, the looks of things. But the drive shaft are broken again. Well. The Miramar seems to have a glass drive shaft. Which is a bit of a shame, because I really do like this mod, but yeah, the drive shaft is clearly the weak point of this car. Right, let's get into something a little bit bigger. And by bigger I mean we're going to get in a Gavril H series, and we're going to go for the Vandal, H35 Vandal. Basically an off-road version of the normal H series, lifted suspension, off-road brakes and shocks, 31-inch off-road tyres and other accessories. So yeah, having off-road suspension should hopefully absorb the impact of the jump a little bit better than it would in a Miramar, for instance. So let's hopefully get a successful run this time. Let's go flat out for our first go, see what happens. Still nowhere near as quick as the Miramar was at the top end, so this should be a more survivable crash. Don't expect those front fog lights to last this impact, to be honest. Oh, they did. The windscreen didn't though. Those wheels looks a little bit wobbly. I'm going to turn the engine off because we're looking like we're going to hit the water. Oh, well, not just the water, everything else, and the body has completely separated from the chassis, and the engine is dead, the drive shaft's dead, one of the rear wheels is dead, and the driver inevitably would be dead. So yeah, that was not a even slightly survivable impact there, even though it was quite a damaging and fun one. Let's try the old brakes at the end of the ramp this time. for a rear end impact this time. Oh no, we're heading for the barrier. Abort, abort, abort. This isn't gonna be nice. Oh, everything's dead again. Well, at least we didn't end up in the water this time, but hardly a survivable impact that time. So let's go for the coast method this time. See if this has any more favourable results. That was a lot better. We are drifting to the left here. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Oh, well, luckily that's only an exhaust and one of the wheels. Turn the engine off so we don't flood it. Think we've got away with that, to be honest. Let's drag it out so we can see if the car still works. Drag it out a little bit more because the engine is still quite submerged. Fortunately, the wheel that came off has glitched quite severely. That should hopefully not impact our ability to drive. Indeed it does not. We still steer as well. Are we able to get up to a reasonable rate of speed? Well, the diff isn't really liking doing this by the looks of things. We would be able to get up to some decent rate of speed if we turned properly. The wheel is trying its best, but it is now the only wheel doing any turning, so it's no surprise that it wasn't completely capable. But yeah, there we go. H Series has managed to survive that. Not intact by any means, because yeah, as you can see, we would hardly be road legal in this state. But yeah, we've certainly done pretty well there. I mean, it even survived that roll as well. So yeah, there we go. Right, let's try one more vehicle. Let's go for something even more different than the previous two. I think we'll go for something a little bit more modern. Let's go for the Hirochi SBR4. We'll go for the more basic all-wheel drive version. Obviously we've got more basic rear-wheel drive versions, but we'll go for the most basic all-wheel drive version. It'll still be hella quick, because these cars always are, but it won't be as mentally quick as the others. Let's see how quick. Quickest of today's episode, that's for sure. But are we going to survive this impact? Oh dear, we're going nose down by the looks of things. But we have a bit better trajectory than we have with the previous ones. We've lost one of the two drive shafts. Turn the engine off. Oh, we're going soaring in the air. I fear we're going to lose the rear drive shafts in doing this. Grinding along the wall. We're gonna go for a roll. This car seems to have survived it. I say that. Let's turn the engine on first to find out. Unfortunately, it hasn't. The engine still works. The drive shaft of the rear still works. It still steers, as you can see. But the chassis has bent so much that the wheels aren't all touching the ground. And the diff isn't letting the other wheel that isn't up in the air move. That is a bit of a shame really, because that would have worked if that wheel was still on the floor, but unfortunately not. I'm surprised it survived it as well as it did, given how far it actually flew. So let's see what a dab of the brakes at the end can do. If this helps at all. I imagine it will. By how much, I'll have to see. I've taken less bodywork damage on the first impact. A good sign. Oh, why the car is braking and moving over to the left, I don't know. Is that a safety manoeuvre or something to avoid the water? I don't know, but let's see if the car still works. Nope, the engine has died. That impact was so severe, even though it was at the front, it actually killed the engine. Somehow. I'm surprised. Or was it an over-rev risk? I can't remember. Might have been a combination of the two. Let's coast and see if that has any better effects. We'll certainly be going slower. Is slower going to be better? At least with the engine off, we're not going to run into an over-rev risk. The wall is coming in. We're having a glitch going on at the moment. Don't know what that is stretching out, but it's not normal. The water should hopefully lessen the impact. Oh dear, the engine's going to get a hit. Oh dear. Well, we've lost the front drive shaft and we've lost a rear wheel, so that is game over, I think. Yeah. Because we saw last time, even with one wheel... oh, the engine's hydrolocked as well. I forgot to turn it off. I don't think it would have worked anyway, because as we saw before, it lost a... one of the wheels was in the air and the other wheel did not want to turn at all, so I imagine with no wheel at all there, I still doubt the other wheel would have worked very well. So yeah, there we go. That's going to be it for today. Bit of a shame that only one vehicle worked, and that was a van, which I guess is no surprise given that that is an off-road version. So yeah, that's why that was the only survivor today, but I really was expecting this Orochi to do better. Just because it's got all-wheel drive, the engine's in the rear, so it would have been more protected, but sadly that was not the case, so yeah, that is a great shame, to be honest. And to be honest, I think it's actually survived better on this run, which isn't official, which is a shame. But yeah, there we go, that's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you with the next one. Bye.